Lyon, France's second largest city. The black face in the crowd has been here for 13 years. Lebanais Bahanzin comes from West Africa, one of the million or so foreigners contemptuously called by the French Pied Noir. In France, as a coloured person, he's remained an outsider. But at the back of his mind, he's always known he could return to the land of his father, where he was and still is Prince Lebanais, son of the King of Benin. It took 9 years after Prince Lebanais' arrival in France to find steady work in a leisure centre in one of Lyon's most depressed suburbs. The city supports the centre to keep unemployed youths off the street. French people don't want to work here. If they do, it's usually an alternative for those who refuse to do military service. At 7,500 French francs a month, Prince Lebanais' pay is barely enough to feed his small family. The youths who sit here playing games are mainly of Arab origin. They are as foreign as Prince Lebanais himself, but they have little respect for anything, least of all a black. Even here, blacks are on the lowest rung of the social ladder. Juvenile offending is common and many end up in trouble with the law. The rate of criminality in this part of Lyon is high.
On sait pas à la fin de la journée ce qui.
At the end of the day, you've no idea what's going to happen. Verbal violence is an everyday thing, just like physical violence. The suburb of Saint-Van isn't one of Lyon's tourist attractions. This is the home of industry and a ghetto for foreigners. Prince Lebanais lives in one of these concrete blocks, where hopelessness is a normal part of life. His neighbours are foreigners from different parts of the world. Only a few French have strayed into here, mainly because the rents are cheap.
Le plus en France, ce qui m'embête.
What annoys me most about France is the racism.
Le racisme parce que,
It doesn't matter if you're intelligent, courageous, or professionally competent. You've got something that others don't have, black skin, and they let you know that immediately. Prince Lebanais recently married a French woman, Marion, who was also born in Africa. He doesn't want his 2-year-old son, Kylian, to suffer the way he has because of the color of his skin. Prince Lebanais has studied for a French diploma in social sciences. Maurice works part-time in a library. Even though she's white, she's also been made to feel an outsider in France, just because of her marriage. Most of Prince Lebanais' friends don't know that he's an African prince, who may one day become an African king. In France, that doesn't count, so he doesn't make an issue of it. For now, he's celebrating and off to visit Benin, where he one day hopes to live. Benin, a small country of 4.5 million people in the Gulf of Guinea. Here the name Bahanzin has real resonance. The last West African king who rebelled against French colonizers was Lebanais' great-grandfather, King Bahanzin. Here at the court, even Prince Lebanais must bow to tradition. Although King Asangian Banabe Bahanzin is more a symbol than a ruler today, he can't be approached in an upright position. And he can only be addressed when he touches the backs of those who want to talk to him. Benin is a land of custom. Prince Lebanon and all the others present are wearing traditional clothing. During the audience, people talk about their worries. News is exchanged and old stories freshened up. And tales of the heroic deeds of the last King Bahanzan are told and sung. The king's family admire the fact that he can still dance at the ripe old age of 73. In recognition, they give him money. The king demands respect from his family, particularly from the 30 children he's fathered by different women. It's my duty to keep the entire royal family together, to invite them to gatherings, not just to strengthen our good relationship, but also to promote our customs and traditions, so our descendants can continue to practice them. The last official king, accompanied by some of his wives, was expelled from the country by the French. This king was famous for his bravery, his insolence, and his army of women called Amazons. The royal umbrella and royal scepter accompany King Bahanzan everywhere. Normally no one can sit at the same height as the king. But in the case of Prince Lebanon, the king is making an exception. Some of his children are not from his 5 official wives. Polygamy is normal for men here, Christian or Muslim, so long as they can afford it. Prince Lebanon considers all the men in his family brothers, but none of them know who will succeed the king. That will only be revealed shortly before his death. The king's eldest son is the local police chief. He thinks the royal rituals are important and that his father, the current king, ought to insist on them more rigorously.
J'ai été trop surpris.
I was very surprised on the day that His Majesty took over the throne
qu'il ait aboli beaucoup de choses.
he abolished a lot of customs. I wasn't just surprised, I was shocked. Perhaps tradition is less important to Lebanon. He doesn't know whether he wants to return home or even be king. The naturally superstitious people here say his great-grandfather, King Bahanzan, possessed superhuman qualities, which enabled him to resist the French.